New studio, who this?
Oh no,
What'd you think of that?
I thought it was really weird.
New studio, who this?
Yeah.
People do that now.
Who does that? What?
Who this? And then they do this.
No, they don't. That's Diamond Dallas Page, the wrestler, does that.
Yep, that's who I am. Guys, look around. Okay? Not if you're an audio listener. If you're an audio listener, keep your eyes on the road.
Audio.
An audio.
That's what you are. If you just listen,
you're not your
you're
listener,
naughty
baby.
listeners, just naughty bastards. Ben's there with some kind of, I don't know what it looks like. It looks like you're like some kind of like scientist from like the 1800s trying to like balance protons and shit.
He looks like the first metal detectorist.
Which, by the way, would be a really hard pitch to sell to make a film. Right, I've got this film script. All right, what's it called? It's called The First Metal Detectorist. And
Well, there's that BBC series, The Metal Detectors, Mackenzie Crook.
what's it called? The Metal Detectorist, Mackenzie.
The Metal Detectors? I think it's called The Metal Detectors, but it's huge.
The Metal Detectors.
Yeah.
All right, so if I Google the Metal Detectors, I'm going to come across Mackenzie Crook Metal Detectors.
Yeah.
The
Metal Detectorists.
There's the Metal Detector with a K is the first thing coming up.
No.
Which-
Right, BBC. The Metal Detectorists.
BBC.
I'm aware. I've said it wrong every time I've said it.
The Metal.
Detectorists.
No, the first thing is the Merchant of Venice.
No, that's not it.
Well, the Metalworks of the Blacksmith's Tale.
No.
Is the first thing.
Just type in BBC Mackenzie Crook Metal.
See, I feel like you
Metal.
just made this up.
I really hope this exists.
Mackenzie Crook.
Yeah.
Metal.
Yeah. The metal-
Detector.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah. Is there? Don't move me off now.
Hold on. Oh, here. Mackenzie Crook is
Yeah.
best known for his roles. Now, bear in mind, this is from the 11th of August, 2014. So 6 years ago. Mackenzie Crook is best known for his roles in The Office, The Pirates of the Caribbean, Game of
Caribbean?
Thrones. He has now written and directed a BBC 4 sitcom, Metal Detector Enthusiast, which will be screened in Edinburgh on Monday. When Mackenzie Crook was filming Almost Human in Vancouver last year, he found out he had too much time in his hands. Are you Mackenzie Crook? Do you play him?
We have the same fingers.
This is a very... and face.
Because he played Wurzel Gummidge. I feel like that's a role I could play.
It's very similar. Like, this is what you would do. He's filming Almost Human in Vancouver, and he found he had a bit too much time in his hands. Required only 1 day out of 7. That's so you as well. You'd be like, oh, I need to go and film something. Right, how many days you needed? Oh, all of them. Right, okay, book a full week. And you get there, oh, you just needed, you're wrapped after an hour. Oh no, what am I going to do? Yeah, so required only 1 day and 7. Life was becoming unbearably boring for a bright man cooped up all alone in his trailer. It's a sort of situation that can see depression. Oh,
is this him talking?
Yeah. No, this is someone talking about him. To stave off the blues, he started to write up an idea for a sitcom that's been swirling around his head for the past several years. Oh well. Triggered by an episode he had seen in Channel 4's Time Team programme. He set about writing this comic story about a couple of middle-aged men with a passion for metal detecting. Oh, no. He found that writing scripts was quicker and easier process than writing his 2 children's novels, The Windvale Sprites and The Lost Journals and The Lost Journals of Benjamin Tooth.
By the way, I don't know what that is, but I could be in it.
Yeah.
Could I be Benjamin Tooth?
But then, and even the characters he hooks up with, and actually uses the phrase "hook up." The characters he hook up with sounds like characters we would be on phone calls in Boytown. He hooked up with TV comedy producer Adam Tandy, who worked on The Thick of It and Inside Number 9 and started to send him drafts.
Adam Tandy sounds like a goalkeeper in Roy of the Rovers.
Yeah.
Great save by Adam Tandy.
Well, hear this. Tandy doesn't know what's going on here, right? Let me just read that again. He hooked up a TV comedy producer, Adam Tandy, who worked in The Thick of It and Inside Number 9, and started to send him drafts. Tandy liked the style. Like, the more Crook oh no, this is so bad. The more Crook wrote, the more he wanted control over the piece and authorship that went on beyond from being its writer, lead actor, into the realm of owner. He wants to own everything.
It sounds like he has gone mad on this.
Yeah,
trailer.
I mean, but yeah, the Metal Detector Enthusiast. It's definitely something I've never heard of. I mean, I don't know if it's seen the light of day.
Would you honestly would you like to go out metal detectoring for a day?
Nope.
But what if you find some treasure? Ben, be honest, have you gone out metal detectoring ever in your life?
When I was younger.
Yeah,
Okay,
of course it is.
so what I like about this is he looked at me like I had two heads and he went, no. When last year I went to metal detector. What was the context?
Down the caravan.
Looking some pussy.
Did you find anything? No.
I think I detected something in your pants there, my dear. Oh, Benny. You used to be a caravan pervert. I like that. And then, like, do you reckon that that's what happens whenever the ultimate goal of a metal detector enthusiast is to end up working in a airport? It's like, fucking hell. Got my nipples pierced, my friend. Nah, I've got a fucking...
Have you got some ancient gold coins in your top? Nah, Pearson of Malaga.
Oh, what's this? You have some currency in your pants?
Nah, pal, Prince Albert. Oh, it's a coin from Prince Albert.
Is that the Tudor era? Let me have a look. On sister.
Let me polish it.
Oh, dear. How did you know this existed?
Metal detectors, because see the way they're making it sound like an experimental BBC Four sitcom. It has had loads of series and it's just on BBC now. I swear.
Why is the only article from Mackenzie Crook metal detector 2014 then, if it's so successful?
I think
it's like the Friends.
I think the name of it changed because that was just a pilot. But I will say this, I would like to go metal detectoring for sure if I knew I was going to find something cool, great.
Yeah, but
and
guess
dear.
what, guys? You have everybody.
Yeah.
We're like, hey, I'm going to find treasure. They don't want to go metal detectoring.
What would you do if you beep 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 you found something, you dug it up and it was just a guy who looked exactly like you, and when you dug him up he went, ooh.
I'd be like, why did it make that noise over a full man doing that?
Yeah.
I'd be very surprised.
Speaking of weird things, you have one strand of hair.
Where is it?
Up in like a Mohican, and it's literally one. No, keep it.
Fix it.
It's this.
Oh no!
Right? I'm just going to bring it down.
Oh no!
Flatten.
He's just pulled it out. One of my
You're the
last
only
hairs
guy I know
on
with
top
an
of my
upside down skin fade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
Don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense.
Have you ever been to Turkish barbers?
Nope. Don't like those people. Don't like Turkish people.
All right.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Do you, as you know, Turkey is the pathway to the Middle East via Europe.
I've been to Turkey twice.
So, yeah.
Let me say this. One time
Do you know what? Point to me with Buxton Ball.
was in Turkey. On a summer holiday.
So this is the most Shane thing you've ever said. I've been to Turkey twice, and one time was in Turkey.
One of the times that I was there.
So where was the other place you ended up? That you thought was Turkey?
No, I've been to Turkey twice, right?
Okay.
One of the times that I was there,
Daddy or bird?
I was away with a partner. Lovely gentleman who owned a confectionery shop.
Andy Tandy or whatever it's called.
So what happened was,
Andy Pandy.
we're away. A girl I worked with at the time and her boyfriend
Jeanette?
end up booking the same hotel, and this place is like not one of the well-known Turkey places because you know it's me. I could have paid like
15 quid more.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right, so I end up in this weird place in Bodrum. I go out in Bodrum.
Like,
What do you mean? It's called Bodrum.
I've never heard of Bodrum before.
Exactly, that's why it was so cheap.
Right.
And I wake up early in the morning. It's very warm. I decide to go for a swim in the sea.
Right, give me this is going to be our life hack, is it?
No. This is me getting really mugged off, like to the point where I nearly died. So I decide to go for an early morning swim in the sea, and you can swim out to like a floating, what would you call it? Like a floating big bit of wood that you could sunbathe on. Right?
Now, is that just a bit of wood?
No,
it's
in
the sea. And
It's
you
real.
just
It's got wee steps up to it and stuff, right?
Oh, okay.
So it's there, it's floating. Now it's a good bit out. It's early in the morning. I decide I'm going to swim out to it, lie there for 10 minutes, dive in, swim back. Now, the girl who I work with that's in the same hotel, I don't know her that well.
Greer?
I definitely don't know her boyfriend, okay? So I'd only met him the day before.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy, we've got on well. I've swam out to the thing. Now, I'm down there by myself. There's nobody on the beach, really. It's like 8 in the morning. As I am, and bear in mind, I'm struggling swimming-wise. Like, I'm like, fuck, this is further out than I thought. I'm like going to be doing well to actually make it to this thing,
Yeah.
starting to panic a bit. As I do that, I hear this shriek in my ear, and these hands go over my shoulder and pull me a wee bit underwater. And I thought some crazy person's attacking me, or a shark is attacking a person that's latched onto me. That fella had heard that I was going down for a swim. He's decided to come down and join me to like make friends, but he can't really swim. Now I'm struggling. He swam
how did
behind
he
me.
catch you? The fucking Zohan?
He's come behind me, right? I'm near the thing. I'm near to getting on. He puts his arms around my shoulders, and I have to turn him round, put my hand under his chin, and swim him up to this thing. I'm dying, like, and I managed to drag him back up to this thing. And I was like, "The fuck are you doing? Like, what's happening?" And he's like, "Sorry, mate." He goes, "I thought it'd be funny to come and surprise you, but I was struggling like for breath." And then I had to like escort him back the ways as well.
Like you to swim him in.
Swim him in. Yeah.
And are you friends now to this day?
Not friends,
To
but
this
certainly
day.
nothing against the guy.
To this day.
Nothing against the guy. I nearly died as well on that trip. Wonder how what that was.
Yeah, probably just had uncooked chicken or something.
Yeah.
In fact, yeah. I nearly got killed in Hawaii swimming. I swam out to what I thought was a sweet little like coral reef place, except what I didn't realise was like it was a man-made built thing, but there was a barrier wall into like the wild ocean of Hawaii, and I just
Were
swam
you
out.
in like a resort?
No, I was in the Buchan Ocean.
But then, what are you saying? Are you saying, right, because I'm not...
Right,
I
okay,
changed
say
on-
for example, there's a beach here, right?
Yep.
Then they sort of had built this like little wall
Right.
to like keep like a lagoon type thing going on, but there was a space in between the part of the wall and then this part.
But
But
why'd they build a wall?
just so as they could get some control over the ocean.
Right.
But then once you get out of that, it's just wild waves. And I got out to this thing.
Oh, right.
And I thought, maybe I'll just.
Oh, so they're breakers?
yeah.
Right.
So maybe I'll just dip my foot through the middle here. And I, not for the first time in the ocean, got fucking sucked off. And I had to grab on. And like my hands are going around the coral and all. But luckily, as you know, I'm very strong. I was able to pull myself in, cut my feet, and I had to swim back. I was like, oh no, I'm getting eaten by a shark here. But it was alright.
Because you were emitting blood, you thought a shark would come and get you?
Thought, and you know why my blood is pure? Like, it's so pure. Like, my blood's more red than
It's
this.
a little bit infected.
No, it's not me. I don't know what you're trying to insinuate. I mean, I don't know what you're trying to say. Pardon?
That's mad.
Yeah, but the sharks
AIDS
don't
guy?
care for that. AIDS, what? AIDS, you don't...
Swimming aids? Did you have to get a swimming aid?
Yeah, it's called a fucking rubber ring, my friend.
Yeah.
But no, everyone knows AIDS is cured. Yeah, it was just very worrying because I thought if I go between those breakers, I'm kind of dead. I didn't think at the time. I just thought I could just float up to it and be like, oh, what's this? But nah.
I mean, I could definitely see that happening to me. I can see me bobbing about in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
Like, oh, for fuck's sake. Like malnourished and sunburnt and just bobbing about.
Yeah.
For sure. And then, you know what would happen? I'd be like bobbing about in the middle of the ocean, like middle of nowhere for days. And then a cruise ship would finally pass. But I would miss it because I was getting a tan this side.
Yeah.
And I was just looking up at the sun enjoying
But what
myself.
you could do, you could just hook onto the end of the cruise ship into like one of those wee portal windows with your finger and just float behind it and come out all blistered and all, but yet still connected.
That's one of my biggest fears. Like getting all blistered like that.
Yeah,
I'd hate that.
What do you think are fears that you have had in life that weren't actually like real serious things?
What do you mean, like things you're maybe scared of as a kid?
Yeah, like, and you're like, oh, I can't be having that. Like, I always really got panicked that if I walked inside the wee line in an airplane, I get sucked into the wing engines. And you know, I remember there's this one steak guy on a plane once, and he was fucking losing his shit, and he's punching the window and all, and I was like, mate, stop doing that. Otherwise, we're all getting sucked off through our heads out this window.
A big one, like everyone was probably like, if I didn't run and jump into my bed, a hand was going to come out and grab me.
Have you ever seen the wee meme? Let me show you this. This is the best thing. Talk for a minute while I find this, because this is
I'm trying to think of other childhood fears I had. There was definitely, like, I remember a mate of mine being something about like the curbstones.
Okay.
You couldn't stand on the cracks of the curb.
Or else what would happen?
I don't know. But I think that guy had like serious issues as well, unrelated to that. God, I don't know. Like, getting my organs stolen on holiday.
Like,
And sold in the black market.
Turkey?
Yeah.
Like, just keep talking. So everyone was used to be afraid of quicksand, didn't they?
That is the most. Let me fill time when I do something and throw such a general statement out there. Yeah, people were scared of quicksand for sure. But remember Sobe?
Who?
Ramadan Sobe? We talked about that in the podcast
that
before.
was the greatest. But to be fair,
So good.
he did get sucked.
So good. Have you got that? While Dave does that, let me point you in a way of something we'd like to ask of you, the listeners, the viewers. You can see we're in a new studio. We've moved onwards, upwards, higher and higher, bigger and bigger, thicker and thicker. So we would like you guys to do us a favour. If you can't go on Apple Podcasts, give us a little rate and review, little 5-star review, little nice thing. Say a nice thing about us. If you do that, that'd be really sweet. It helps the boys immensely.
Read that from the top.
Don't hang your feet off the bed at night, he said to the girl. If you do, the devil will eat them. And she's thinking, and then she hangs her bum over the bed.
Yeah, because the devil's gonna eat her ass.
It's good. That's good. Was that a fear of yours as a boy? The devil would eat your bum?
I mean, all I want to say is, what kind of parent do you have to be like, hey, just make sure you're covered by that duvet? Because hey, if your wee butt's hanging out, the devil's gonna come up from hell with his big long fingernails. I'll eat your ass. Imagine that. Like, oh, do you ever think about the fact that you're like, I'm a parent and like I have to make things like, you know what I was thinking about the other day? Remember your parents were like, see you.
No, they never started that sentence that way to me.
See if you're if you're a bad boy, you'd be like, here, if you fucking keep doing that, we're gonna leave you here. But they never did. Imagine you'd be the parent to be like, I fucking told you, and just leave it.
He was playing up, so I just left him. Where? Madagascar.
Yeah.
What?
Here you go, have one. What are other threats of parents?
That was a big.
Used to throw out,
that was a big one that I was scared of. Was getting lost. Did you ever get lost? Like seriously, when you were a kid? In a shopping centre or whatever.
No, but
I got lost down the high street here, down Hollywood.
How'd you get lost in the high street?
I can't remember. I must have got a whiff of cock somewhere and just ran towards it.
My parents used to threaten me with this guy, right? I think
Johnny Adair.
I did it as a bit, but they were like, right, this is the book. He was this man in front of a book, and I always used to go to holidays in Jersey, and they were like, basically like, you need to behave, or the beast of Jersey's going to get you, right?
That's right.
And this is there's the book cover. Like, that used to terrify me as a little boy.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's scary shit. I'll send you that, Ben, you can pop it up. But like, look, there's an actual photo of his mask, right?
I don't
that's
like that. Yeah,
terrifying,
I don't
right?
like that.
No, I don't like it at all. Right.
Oh, that's old black and white photos that don't look like you're like, who the fuck took that? Like, that freaks me out.
But that was his legit mask.
Can I tell you something that I think might actually chill you a little bit?
Yeah.
Although probably won't. Remember I filmed 2008 Northern Irish Independent zombie film Battle of the Bone?
Yeah.
For some of that we filmed it in Downshire Psychiatric Hospital. Right, so and it has its own like morgue.
Is that where was it your mate that was pushing you got stabbed, or someone got stabbed in there? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. One of the most iconic scenes from the iconic film.
The most iconic scene from that particular bit was whenever you were really upset that your mate got stabbed, and then you tried to lean against the wall, but you sat too far forward, so you had to take a second stab at going back on the wall, and then being emotional, your mate got stabbed.
Yeah.
I've been stabbed. Right, so you're in Downshire. It's got a morgue,
and it had stopped. It had stopped being a psychiatric hospital. It stopped having inpatients. I think.
Psychiatric what?
Hospital.
You definitely hospital.
Hospital bastard. Yeah. So we're like filming in it, but in between, say for a take, you've got to walk to the end of a corridor and then back. See, when you had to, it was a late Sunday afternoon during winter. It was dark. See, when you had to walk to the end of the corridor, it was pitch black, and I could just be any. You know, people are like, I wouldn't go up there.
Yeah.
I don't care. See there.
Yeah.
Oh, mummy didn't like it at all, and we were walking somewhere, and I stood on a photograph, and I picked it up.
Oh, wait, did you say photograph there as well?
Do you think it's a word?
A photograph?
And then I noticed I started talking like this here, and it was freaky, so it was and all. I stood on a photograph, looked it up. It was a load of the patients, and this guy with like a kind of monster face on, and it wasn't like some sort of novelty Halloween face. It looked like it had been homemade, and I had like a slightly and I'm actually in real life scared myself a little bit talking about it, but I had like a slightly bigger head and like scratched out eyes and a scratched out mouth, and they were all posing with it like it was some sort of funny thing. And see, when I saw it, I went, can someone come with me for all my scenes now? And then I had to just be with people. It was fucking terrifying.
No, I wouldn't.
Have you ever been properly scared to the point, like as an adult, where you're like, oh?
No,
not like, oh, but like, oh.
No. Oh. That Beast of Jersey thing was the most I've ever been afraid, because my friend, Paul at the time, he was a couple of years older than me.
Paul Parker, ex-Man United right back.
No, Paul Potts, the singer. He got into my bedroom and put the book under my pillow. So when I went into bed one night, the book was under it, and I was so afraid. And yeah, that scared me, because I didn't know much about what the guy was. I just knew he looked terrifying. So when I was older, I was like, right, my parents had the book in the house, which they just used to scare me. You know, so weird. Yeah. But I remember they had it in like, it was like a cloakroom in our house. They had it up out of the way of me, where they kept my Ranger scarf as well, out of the way of it.
Why'd you have a Ranger scarf?
Because I used to support QPR, and I bought what I thought was a QPR scarf, and it was just a Ranger scarf. My dad took it off me, so you can't walk around here wearing that. Why did you? Because you'll be marked.
Why did you support QPR? Why do you no longer support QPR?
I like their kits, and because I bought a Ranger scarf when I was like 6, I thought it was a QPR scarf. I didn't know that it was like labeling yourself and would cause strife. So my dad, being, you know, a fruit, took it off me and didn't let me be a wee hard dad. Right. So then he's just like, you support Arsenal now, and that was that. Huh? Yeah, but the book was there, and I went, when I was like about 16 or 17, I was like, right, I'm going to read it. And I read it wearing the Rangers scarf. I felt fucking so hard. Also tough as well. But yeah, the Beast of Jersey was a prolific child rapist. So my parents, in a roundabout way, were kind of being like, hey man, if you don't go to bed in time, you might get raped. Which is an excessive threat.
Have you ever though had like...
No, never the urge. The what?
Have you ever been like walking to your car at night? Have you ever been like in the house alone and ever been like, oh, what's that? Like, what the fuck? Like, I could see you being a little bit jumpy. Like, what the fuck was that? I see you a lot. Like, I could see you saying that a lot and moving like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah. Well, that's why. I mean, true story. That's why I wear boxers in bed now. Well, in case anyone breaks into my house, I can't fight someone with my dick out.
Yeah.
Do you mean they might cut my dick off? So I wear boxers.
No, they wouldn't be able to get that close.
I know, well, I need to have skills, to be fair, but my balls will definitely be lobbed off. But if I'm wearing like tight boxers, I feel like it's like, you know, like UFC style. Whereas if you're coming out with your dick out, you know, you can't be.
And it depends, because during winter, I feel like you wouldn't get respect, but you get like a nice hot summer night. And you find a guy might see you at the top of the stairs, and your dick might be halfway down the stairs, and he might say, no, thank you.
Winter is coming, and so am I. I'll just leave now.
Should the guy should Kit Harington do ads for Durex?
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
Winter's coming, and I just have. Thanks to Durex Play.
It stays inside my jaw bag, and not your fanny.
Oh, you bastard. I just released 4 million White Walkers. Keep your White Walkers in the wild. We're a dom.
And then you could get us all made in. I'm Reek and I don't have a dick, but I still wear Durex because Ramsey makes me. Oh, Ramsey's so sly. I'm on Ramsey now.
They call me Littlefinger. Luckily, Durex make them in all sizes. Sansa.
Do you know what his name is in English? Peter Bale.
Yeah. Not Peter Baelish. Yeah. I like it.
Oh yeah. Does he finally get? Does he hook up with Sansa at all?
Do you want? No. You're not. Have you stopped watching it? Yeah.
No, I'm still watching. It's just slowly.
Why would you want that spoiler?
Because I like to know things.
He does not hook up with Sansa.
You know, it was the most sly thing I've ever seen. Do you know that guy, Big Mountain? Big Mountain fighting that like guy out of sex with guys, girls, everything, and like he was just spinning around.
The guy from Narcos.
Yeah, is he in Narcos?
Mhm.
Yeah, well, there you go. It's the guy from Narcos. He's spinning around doing all this bisexual stuff and just like really kicking the shit out of the mountain. And then he's just
Hold on,
like,
is he doing bisexual stuff in the fight?
yeah, he's just like, ooh, and then he's spinning his feet.
He says what?
He's
So hold
like,
on, I'm the mountain.
yeah.
Am I down at this point?
No, you're just like, you're baffled by what he's doing.
Okay,
'Cause
hold
he's
on,
like
I'm the
going,
mountain. So I'll do what the mountain does, okay?
ooh, and the mountain's like, what's going on? And then he just goes, and the mountain's like, ah, and then he goes,
What happened before that?
and he'll just go, and then spinning around doing all these kicks and stuff, and the mountain's just done, and he's just like bisexuals do, he showboats. He has to fucking
having all the
do
cake.
some kind of thing, and then the mountain just trips him up and effectively gets on top of him and
Thumbs his eyes out.
yeah, but the thumb in the eyes is bad. Like I'm like, okay, that's gonna be sore. He's dead, but then he just snaps his whole face, and it's like that's a bit excessive.
Sly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy who is the like Spanish type guy, King.
Yeah,
He's like one of the main guys in Narcos. You never seen Narcos?
I have.
Yeah,
That's why I don't recognise
he's the,
him.
you know the two detectives, the Americans.
Oh yes, that is who he was. I was thinking.
How good is it?
Yeah.
How good is
That's
it
good.
when you find out someone's in
that
something
is
else
good.
and then the penny
'Cause
drops
I
and
was
you go,
thinking-
that's that
Because
guy.
I was thinking he was what's he call him? Valderrama.
And we're like, no, we don't get scared of anything. The door closed downstairs, and I'm like, oh. You thought he was Carlos Valderrama
No, not Carlos Valderrama.
and Pablo Angel.
No, what's the guy called?
Paulo
the,
Ferreira.
the main guy, the main bad guy in Narcos. And he's got all the hippos and all.
Pablo Escobar.
Pablo Escobar, yeah.
No, he wasn't Pablo Escobar. I love it when someone is in something else and you go, I know that guy, and you don't look it up. I never look it up. That's cheating. You wait, and then eventually you go, fuck, that's what that guy is in. He was in Sabrina the Teenage Witch, you know?
Who do you think is the best character in Game of Thrones? Like the best actor that's done other things and stuff? You're like, because not a load of them do.
Conleth Hill doing Varys is brilliant.
Yeah, well, fuck that guy.
Varys is brilliant.
Nah, have I spoken on this podcast about being sacked from a radio sitcom for Varys, and then Varys decided he didn't want to do it in the end?
No, but
Yeah.
but David,
Yeah.
tell me more.
Well, what is great was the feedback. I got this role, and I was supposed to, again, weird that I got it in the first place, playing like a 50-year-old man. And then
I know.
the boss guy was like, you know who the boss guy is, was like, I feel like it should be an older person playing that, which I went, fair enough, I get. But then the feedback's like, you just don't sound manly enough. And I went, that's fair enough. And I was like, oh, so who's
You
doing
should have
it?
got me.
So who's doing it? And they're like, oh, Conleth Hill. And I was like, oh, sweet. So I'm not manly enough, yet a guy with no dick and balls is. That's,
But in real life, I would imagine I think just for his character
What?
in Game of Thrones didn't have a dick and
oh,
balls.
no, he is a method guy.
So before? Well, you learn something new every day.
Yep, and I
let me
mean,
tell
that's actually available at the Ulster Museum in an exhibit called Varys' Dick and Balls. It's
I guess that's a bit like Ron Seal. You sort of get what you see on the tin.
You do, and it's a good watch, like.
Benji, what do we have for time, brother?
Under half an hour.
Under half an hour? Jesus, this has been shite content.
No, it hasn't. I like it. I want to hit you with something, Dave, that I thought about on the way here.
Hey, Ben, you know Score, Dick Boy? You.
Guys, we're not here for football, okay?
Sorry.
Um,
Ben supports Portsmouth, and I support Arsenal, and Arsenal are winning 2-0. And that's great.
So, I have been looking up
Oh,
the
no.
bitchiest comments of all time, and I found an article called 47 Bad Bitch Quotes to Awaken Your Inner Savage. I would like to read some of these out to you.
And is there any of them that I could potentially guess who's made them?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Okay, here we go. The first
Boy
one.
George.
Whoever is trying to bring you down is already below you.
That's definitely a top has said that.
That's an unknown.
A bottom wouldn't say that.
Some people are like clouds. When they disappear, it's a brighter day. So not. I mean, I don't feel these are that savage
No,
yet.
they're not.
Forget safety. Live where you fear to live. Destroy your reputation. Be notorious.
Will you try to do that every day to yourself?
Yeah.
Just wreck your reputation.
I love my curves, my tattoos, my imperfections, and my jiggly thighs. No one said you had to.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Who said that?
Don't know, an ugly person probably. What about this one? Queens don't compete with hoes.
Oh, fuck.
Queen Elizabeth. Talking about Meghan
The
Markle.
second? Oh, no.
Bette Davis said this.
See, before you go on to Morty's, do you know whenever Harry started going out with Meghan Markle, do you ever just get the wrong end of stories and not fully get it? It was like, yeah, Harry's got this new girlfriend, and I just saw the name Markle, so I thought that was what she was called. So it's like, oh, Harry's got this new girlfriend called Markle. Yeah, right, Markle. And I was like, that's the weirdest name. Like, what is Markle?
Sounds like, and just the way you said that, like the name of somebody, if Geordie Shore, if they went abroad for an episode,
Yeah.
one of the girls would kiss a fella called Markle.
Yeah, right.
I got married to Markle.
I love Markle. He's in a top. And you know another, have you ever heard of the
Fuck
actress?
off, Markle.
Jill Halfpenny.
Yeah.
It's always Geordie's. I just thought her name was Halfpenny. And it was just like, and it was always a Geordie, are you alright? I'm yeah with Halfpenny, like. And I was alright.
I have penny.
Alright, what's your name? Nice to meet you, Markle.
So Bette Davis said this: when a man gives his opinion, he's a man. When a woman gives her opinion, suddenly she's a bitch. A man does what he can, a woman does what a man cannot. Right? Madonna said this one: I'm tough, I'm ambitious, and I know exactly what I want. If that makes me a bitch, okay. I like that one.
All right.
I mean, I've definitely said that before. So I'm in a job interview. I want you to say, Shane, can you sum up what you would bring to the team?
Yeah, Shane, what would you think you bring to the team to sum up?
I'm tough, I'm ambitious, and know exactly what I want. If that makes me a bitch, okay.
Any Boy George in there?
Hate me, but you're still watching. Bitch, you're a fan.
Oh, who said that?
Says
Lizzo?
unknown. Celebrity bitchy quotes.
I'm going to just look up Boy George quotes, see what he comes out with. Boy George. Petrol
No, I
Boss.
won't tell you from the radiator. Okay, 13 bitchy celeb quotes ever.
Yeah.
Here we go. Lily Allen on Cheryl Cole. Taking your clothes off, doing sexy dancing and marrying a rich footballer must be very gratifying. Your mother must be proud. Stupid bitch. Shutting up Lily Allen is not easy, as Cheryl Cole found out after she crossed paths with a mouthy singer. Yeah, that's not bad. Whitney Houston said of Madonna, she's the high priestess of tack. Oh, I like that.
Who said that about Madonna?
Whitney Houston.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
Madonna's had the last laugh there, but
Yeah.
would you consider changing your Instagram bio to the high priestess of tack?
Yeah. I mean, here's something for you, which is a Boy George quote, which you should probably put on your podcast. He said, I'd rather have a cup of tea than sex.
Sharon Osbourne said of Danny Minogue, she's as dim as a bulb in a power cut, fucking useless.
That's just pure abuse.
You're as dumb as a bulb in a power cut, you fucking goat. Sharon Osbourne again of Nicole Kidman. Her forehead looks like a fucking flat screen TV.
Who's that about?
Nicole Kidman.
Who said it?
Sharon Osbourne.
Sharon Osbourne.
I feel like Sharon Osbourne shouldn't be caught slagging anyone for their looks, because she was on Good Morning Britain this morning, and her face, hey man, it's like the M1.
Yeah.
It's had major work.
Yeah, it doesn't look sweet. And her hair's white now, isn't it?
No. And by the way, Ozzy was on with it. Sharon!
I can do the best
By the
Ozzy
way,
impression
see
ever.
Ozzy, I reckon Ozzy was playing Bossum, because he did a hit.
Yeah.
Talking dead on, like.
Have you ever shown you my Ozzy Osbourne impression? Like it's a physical one. Is there we've got room in this new space?
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
Thanks, man.
Do you know what Donald Trump said about Rosie O'Donnell?
What?
A fat pig, a degenerate, unattractive.
It's not even in the right order, but I love it.
Victoria Beckham said of Katie Price, who let the dogs out? Shit. Naomi Campbell to Tyra Banks, you'll never be me, don't ever think you'll be me.
Oh wow.
Cheryl Cole on Lily Allen, she fired back, everyone wants to look like her. A chick with a dick.
Oh well. Not very nice.
Christina Aguilera to Lady Gaga, this is something I would say to someone in a bar who was rude to me. I'm not quite sure who this person is, to be honest. I don't know if this is a man or a woman.
Lady Gaga.
Joan Collins on Linda Evans. It's quite off-putting having to look at that face. Sharon Osbourne on Subo. I mean, she shouldn't have said this about Susan Boyle.
What did she say?
Oh no, Sharon, for fuck's sake.
She said.
She's been hit with the ugly stick. You just want to say God bless her, and here's a Gillette razor.
Oh no. Like Susan Boyle's an FOMP, full mental person. Like, it's not very nice.
Do you want me to get Donald Trump quotes up?
Yeah. Don't hear some boy? Well,
Yeah.
There's some of these quotes are whenever I think he was on drugs. Let's see. Beethoven had a great look. He was very much about the drama of appearance. Yes.
Yes.
I don't know what this. Well, I don't even know if this is not a quote. It's just maybe something he said, which is a quote, but it's not, like a quote. It's just maybe just like something he said off the cuff. I started going to Madame Louise's, the lesbian club where all the punk bands used to go. Sex Pistols, The Clash. I remember seeing Billy Idol walk in there. He was gorgeous.
Okay, here's some Trumps for you, okay?
Yeah.
I have a great relationship with the blacks.
But?
Yep. The beauty of me is that I'm very rich. It's... that's a very me thing to say. When I remember I was in New York and it was cold.
Yeah.
It's freezing and snowing in New York. We need global warming.
But he doesn't believe it's true.
Oh God, some of those are crazy. Right, should we get into listeners' questions and devote some nice time to it?
Just before we do, I want to talk about Joe Lycett. Have you heard this?
No.
Do you know who Joe Lycett is?
Yeah, comedian.
Yeah.
He was very, very nice to me in a beer garden in Edinburgh once. When somebody wasn't very nice to me.
Who wasn't? Can you mouth it to me?
I will say this.
Uh-huh.
I was flyering my show. This was like 4 or 5 years ago. I saw a comedian I know.
Uh-huh.
This comedian.
Yeah.
I said, hey, how are you? How's the show going? That kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
This comedian was like, oh, you have to come meet my friends.
Yeah.
And I hadn't seen this comedian in a while. I was looking forward to catching up with this comedian. This comedian went, you have to meet my friends. Joe Lycett was one of those people.
Yeah.
Joe Lycett was like, how are you? How's the show going? That kind of thing. I said the same to him. As I turned around, the original friend had turned her back on me.
Uh-huh.
And that I thought was very rude.
Who was it? Who? You're going to have to type it in your phone and show me. Because I don't get it. Fucker.
So what are you looking up there?
Hugo Boss. Because that's what Joe Lycett changed his name to, which is really, really enjoyable. Oh, really?
Yeah.
And why did she do that? Was she rude?
I would say that, she probably thought she had bigger fish to fry.
Would you say
around
she's
Edinburgh.
gotten way too big for a boot?
I don't know, but certainly
Have you spoken to her since?
yes. Once.
God. Oh, no.
But I think the Money Toad was not in the league of people to be chatting to. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Would you say that this particular comedian would be the sort that would schmooze?
Probably, but
You schmooze, you lose. Joe Lycett, right? Comedian changes his name to Hugo Boss. So legit, Joe Lycett's name is Hugo Boss now, and
Right.
this is really funny to me. Comedian Joe Lycett has legally changed his name to Hugo Boss in a protest against the German fashion company. The company who
it's such an overreaction, but great.
The company who often style themselves as Boss have been sending cease and desist letters to small businesses and charities who are also using the word boss in their names. It's clear that Hugo Boss hates people using their name, Lycett wrote on Twitter. The BBC has asked Hugo Boss, the company, for a comment. Unfortunately for them, this week I had legally changed my name to Deadpool, and I'm now officially known as Hugo Boss. Lycett added, alongside photographic evidence of his name change, the comic who appeared in BBC's Live at the Apollo posted the fashion house that cost small businesses thousands in legal fees and rebranding. One of the most high-profile cases in recent years involved the Swansea brewery company, Boss Brewing. At the time, a Hugo Boss spokesman said, obviously I'll do this in a German accent, following the brewery's application to register a trademark, we approached him regarding the use of Boss in relation to two beer names in the portfolio. This was to avoid conflict with any potential misunderstandings regarding the brands of Boss and Boss Black, which had been used by the brewery but are long-standing trademarks of the company. According to the newspaper, a charity called Dark Girl Boss.
Dark Girl Boss?
Yeah, Dark Girl Boss received a legal letter from Hugo Boss and he tried to trademark the name. I love the Hugo Boss. Anytime where boss is mentioned, it's like, that is us now.
I'm like, hold on, someone rings up. Can I speak to your boss? I'm like, yeah, I'll just get my boss for you. Some German guy pops up. Excuse me.
Yes, on Monday morning, and I love that he's known as this, the artist formerly known as Joe Lycett told the BBC's Victoria Derbyshire, I would like them to stop doing this because no one's confusing these two things. Also, I'd really like them to give their money back, and I promise this will stop. An apology would be nice. Hugo Boss, who's 31 from Birmingham, claimed that he'll be launching a brand new product as Hugo Boss on his Channel 4 consumer rights show. Joe Lycett's got your back. So yeah, he's just fully changed his name to Hugo Boss. What was great, he did I
like that a lot.
he was at the BBC today, and you know where you get wee guest passes?
Yeah.
It said Hugo Boss in the guest pass, which is so great. What would be terrible would be if just Joe Lycett was found with this one single bullet hole in the back of his head from messing with the boss.
Would you know the way I got a tattoo because we had a silly bet?
Yeah.
Would you ever make that part of the stakes? Would you ever put that on the line?
Change my name to Hugo Boss?
Yeah, but no, just change your name by default to something I pick or you pick for like a week.
That'd be great, yeah.
I wonder what the legalities that is. I think someone told me it cost 30 quid to change your name.
Yeah, but then you need to change it back. I would
Yeah.
get my driving license changed, then get a new one.
Shoot, I mean, if we talk about it in the podcast, it kind of has to happen.
Well,
Are you up for some sort of challenge, and we'll figure it out over the next couple of weeks and months, where the loser has to, for a week, have their name legally changed?
yeah, what would you change my name to?
Probably something very Indian.
Like
Ramesh Singh.
Ramesh Singh. I mean, it could look like Ramesh Singh. If it looked like that, you know, yeah.
What would you change mine to?
I would change your name. That would be something really, really weird.
I also might change yours to Pussy Hunter.
Nice. I would change your name to Knob Todd. Knob Todd.
I'd hate that.
And the only thing I'd want you to change would be the name on the top of your waterfront poster. Knob Todd, live in Belfast's famous water. That'd be so great. No, was it Belfast?
Knob on the water.
Was it Belfast Legendary Water? That was it.
For anyone who didn't hear, a couple of weeks ago's podcast, I put a tweet out too early. I blew my tweet load way too early.
Yeah.
And I meant to say Belfast Legendary Waterfront Hall, and I tweeted, I'll be doing my brand new show in Belfast Legendary Water.
Which is such a water thing to tweet.
And I thought that I got away with it, and then this big-headed bastard gets on Twitter and starts messaging me back.
Belfast Legendary Water. It's
By
one
the
thing
way,
that I didn't know was legendary about
Can we
Belfast.
talk about Mickey's couple of days on
Yeah, I'm
on
sure.
social
Yeah,
media?
fucking hell.
Can you explain what it is? And I'm going to message him and ask him, can we give him a really quick phone call?
See, to be honest, just ring him. He'll answer. I just think he'd done a gig at the weekend and someone had put up a post basically saying that he made a joke about an autistic child. But then it turns out that the joke itself, A, wasn't about an autistic child, and B, wasn't said by Mickey. But then someone just basically put it all over on social media and just made it very...
Yeah,
like,
Mickey hadn't made the joke. His support act for the night had.
Mark McCartney.
And Mark McCartney's joke was that the guy in the story was a cunt, in his words, because he would punch somebody with autism.
Yeah.
So the joke was not on anybody with autism. So Mickey hadn't made this joke and then started getting a lot of hate.
Yeah.
But then what's funnier is the night before, so Mick's had he's two for two. The day before, Mickey was talking, no, was it even Mickey? There was Mickey made some joke about like going to China.
Yeah.
And this woman started tweeting flat out, I was at Mickey Bartlett's show and he's just come back from China, he should be tested. And she must have sent 5 tweets being like, can everyone agree that Mickey Bartlett needs to be tested? And,
I mean, I don't know if it's for coronavirus the guy needs tested, but he definitely needs tested.
I said, this is so Mickey. I said, can we ring you in the podcast to talk about Wuhan? Mickey, ha 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 ha.
Ring
Then
him.
me, can we?
Yeah. Just ring him. Dial his digits, big dick.
But how do we know he's not busy?
I don't give a fuck. If he hangs up, he hangs up.
Ah, wait until he gets back to me.
Nah, just ring him. Ben's bit of editing to do here, mate, because
No,
shit.
I wouldn't worry about it. Sometimes people need to know what the crack is. I need to get up questions. Let's get questions on the.
Okay, that's
on the
perfect.
blip.
I'll get it up ASAP.
On the blip. What social media network are you getting questions on, dude?
Then go for the Instagram kid.
I'm on it on Twitter. I'm on it. Ben, what time are we out there?
45.
Good
Alright,
lad.
Ben, man.
Good lad.
Ben Don.
Boytown podcast. Here we go. Here we fucking go. Jamie Harrison says, and this is a nice wee conversation topic, bring back the phone calls. Davey?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's something we have talked about doing.
You had an idea. Can you reveal it to the listeners?
Yeah,
what you were
listen.
maybe thinking?
I feel that Boytown needs the segments. That's what made Boytown great. Were the segments, the tweet backs, the phone calls. Now, do I think doing 2 phone calls and 2 tweets in episodes excessive? Yes. But I do believe we need to have one of those elements back on this podcast because we got to make Boytown great again. We're going to sell hats. Make Boytown great again. We're going to sell.
Yep.
Are they MAGA hats? I don't know. But we're going to sell them.
Should we do pink hats with Make Boytown Great
Yeah,
Again?
absolutely.
Why
Yeah.
are we not doing that?
Yeah, make Boytown great again. M.B.T.G.A. again. That's what this episode's called. Make Boytown great again. So, in order to
1000%
make
need to do
Boytown great again, like what did you call me in the car on the way up, Ben? Icon. What did you call me via text earlier? The innovator
Twat.
of our times. I've decided what we're going to do is a new segment called Tweet or Call. And what can that mean? It's either a phone call or a tweet, but what we're going to do is have...
Can I propose this?
Nope.
Sometimes can the tweet be directly to a person on
Yep,
their timeline?
absolutely. But what we're going to do each week, we'll pull out a tweet or a phone call out of a hat. So we'll start off with will be 5 phone calls or 5 tweets in a hat, and you'll just pull it out. So if you do a tweet, then we'll pull a name, Dave or Shane, whoever's out has to do either a tweet or a phone call. And then once that's picked, the
I
other
think that's
person
fair.
has to pick what it is. So potentially some weeks you could be getting 4 challenges in a row.
Sometimes what might be a fun element to it is for phone call. We maybe have to phone somebody in our phone book with something to say, not prank them, but
Yeah.
for example, I might make you call Johnny Bow off the top of my
Yeah.
head, fellow comedian, and tell him that you just want to feel a connection with him spiritually. Hold on, I'm gonna ring Mick.
Is this part of an example or?
No, just gotta check in.
Mickey, lick my dicky, sticky, fakey, pricky, Nick. Oh no.
Oh no, Mick, you okay?
Oh man, yeah, sorry. I'm just thinking chilies.
All right, that's weird. It might be a big coincidence because we were just phoning you because you've obviously been accused of, just come back from China, being in China. It's just you're coughing a lot. It would seem that maybe you might be a bit sick.
But I haven't really spoke publicly about it yet, but I should. There was a photo circulating of someone who looked a bit like me in Wuhan at an all-you-can-lick hospital.
Yeah, I saw that.
And it's just got out of control. My agent and manager and publicity team will be...
Is that all the one person?
Yeah, well, my mum, she wrote a letter to the school saying that I should...
So you just
I can't make jokes 'cause I don't know what the fuck happened.
we just want to get it out there. You're publicly denying that you've either spent time in Wuhan or that you have coronavirus. Is that right?
I can claim for 100% fact that I have never been to Wuhan.
But you do hate autistic children.
Oh, well, sure, I mean, everybody knows that.
Okay, fair enough. We just wanted to make sure. No, we're glad that you're well, Mick, and if you're not, we just hope you get sorted.
Thanks very much, appreciate it, man.
Okay, love you, Mick.
Love you more.
Okay, bye.
Cheerio.
Bye, mate.
Yeah, I think he's got it. Do you?
have the coronavirus.
Yeah.
Now I'm over it. I beat it. I get sick because of my child. Do you find that's what children make you sick a lot? Yeah. I mean, for you, I feel like you're the kind of guy who,
Oh no.
like, you do hang around with a lot of under 14 football teams, so like you probably yourself should get sick. Someone sent us this. It's not a question, but it's a Billie Eilish vibrator cover of a song. Bad Guy.
Yes.
Can you see this? Not bad. I've never heard a vibrator play before, but
Yeah. Twisting it.
does your vibrator make that noise?
I don't know. I've never heard it. It's always been inside.
It's a fist one you have, isn't it?
Yours is 2-stroke engine, isn't it?
Yeah, I have to actually put oil in mine and strum it up like ring ring.
Bapper says, "Evening cheeky chappies. I'm in the last few days of my 30s, which is crazy because he looks 50. What did Papa Bear and the NBC hope to achieve before the big 4-0? It's not insane that it's not the big 3-0 is our next one. Like our next one is 40.
No, because that is how age works.
I don't like it though.
You know, I think the next big age I'm going to be 60.
Because you're 59.
No, I just feel like I'm not gonna.
But you're sort of fast tracking ages, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm Asian.
No aging.
Yeah,
Why'd you do that?
I don't know. I've just sent it from Boytown to some random guy. Sent us a question. So
Fuck off.
people appreciate that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what do we hope to achieve before 40? What are we thinking?
I just want to be happy. You know,
No.
I just want to
Oh,
finally,
right. Oh no.
finally just get happy. You know, I want to earn.
What do you
good-
think you need to do to get there?
Leave my wife, my daughter, and you and Ben.
So you just want to be a lone wolf out in the plains.
Yeah.
If you didn't have any of us in your life, the people you just mentioned,
Yeah.
you would live in an Asda car park for sure.
And what's
You'd be
wrong
like
with
Tom
that?
Hanks in the terminal.
Yeah.
But your terminal would just be as an Asda.
Would be just called car park guy.
Yeah,
Quick
you'd
car
definitely be a car park guy. Like you'd shit in the recycling things.
No, wouldn't shit in the
Yeah.
actual mixed waste. I wouldn't fucking shit in with all
Yeah.
of that'd be so sly.
But you'd be mates with all the trolley guys. And
Yeah.
you'd be like, I'll give you a hand, and they'd be like, fuck, he always puts me in the wrong place.
Should
and
that
gets them all
be
mixed
should that
up."
be a sitcom we should write?
Car Park
Man?
Guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get Mackenzie Crook in a smell detector and fucking just keep sending it to Barry Tandy or whatever.
Nathan Concilia. I don't want to say it in a funny way because we're doing that too much, and I just want to park that for a while and just call him Nathan Concilia, and then eventually, but I'm trying not to. No, okay, I'm gonna park that. He says, "Hello, mum and dad. If you had to choose one and only one of these people to spend one night of gay abandon with, who would it be?
Yeah.
Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen,
Yep.
Gok Wan, Rylan, or Dennis Burkamp?" Dave?
I'm gonna say Gok Wan. I think Burkamp's too serious. Is the Iceman.
Well, that's why I'm going Burkamp. I don't think he'd ever want to talk about it again.
But does gay,
You go Gok Wan, I don't
gay
know.
abandon means like just fun time, not gay sex.
Oh.
So I mean, you don't know why you went automatically to gay sex there. But no,
I
gay
often do.
abandon means like just wanting abandon some fun. You know, just
Oh, yeah.
Gok Wan would be the most fun out of those guys. I would say.
Yeah, I'd say Rylan is going to make too much of a big deal about
And
it.
also, like Rylan would get sweaty and his hair would run. You know, it would be really
And
weird.
you'd see the ginger roots
Yeah.
there. Whereas Cockman would be real experience.
I
think.
remember I saw a write up about Gok Wan and something he did one of those shows, and it was like
He did one of those shows.
it was a newspaper article, and the guy wrote back being like, "Hey Gok Wan, we're like Gok Sucker. This is the worst TV show I've ever seen." I was like, "Oh well, it's
Is
aggressive.
what's the deal with Gok Wan? Is he just not famous anymore? Or
oh
like,
yeah,
is he
well,
just not?
I mean, he does a monthly residency in the Kremlin on decks, like so. I mean, I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know if that's necessarily a sign of the times in a good or a bad way.
did he just go from because he was like very popular? Like he was.
It's
on
all
loads
about
of
the
shows.
confidence.
Is he just not?
Nah, he's just doing Gok, being him. You know, this is me. Daniel Houston.
No, I've definitely got.
Yeah, but
more.
you see, this is the thing that makes worse podcast content. We should do one for one,
Rebus.
because then once you're all done with your questions, you're already in the home zone.
No, I won't be. Reba says, good morning. Good morning, Grand Mountain of Sours and Seaman. Whatever time it is, always the future here in New Zealand. I recall the long clawed Sheffield United doppelganger once saying he's friends with Rory McIlroy. So my question is, what's the worst lie you've ever told to impress someone?
You tell lies all the time. So
I
you
said
probably-
any film people when I was younger asked had I seen it, I would say yeah.
You
I'd
still
seen
do it now. The
Ask
problem
me
with
any
you is
film.
you are Parasite.
Seen it.
What's it about?
Asia.
Correct.
Thank you.
Um,
What's my problem? Sorry, you were telling me my problem.
yeah, your problem is, you know why they say, like, to be a good liar you have to be smart.
Yeah.
That's your problem. You lie a lot, but you're dumb. And you forget you lie, and then you go back and be like, remember I told you? I mean, you definitely didn't. You'd be like, oh no, I meant to. Oops. Yeah. But you're the guy who I think will struggle in later life with choices that you've made, lies you've told. Like, you'll struggle to get into heaven, I think. I think you'll
I'll muck it
really-
up for myself. I'll be nearly there, and I can't help myself.
I feel like you'll discover God, but he'll not like you. Is that how I feel it's going to be?
Yeah.
Does that make sense, Ben?
Mark Begg says, good morning, Sultans of
Oh,
Seaman.
Begbie.
With the nights getting as long as the NBC's elongated fingers, what are the boys looking forward to this summer? Hashtag good morning, hashtag Oliver Tan. I mean, yeah. A little bit more swarth always makes the boys happy.
How about the fucking
you don't
Japanese
supplement
Olympics?
vitamin D, sure you don't?
No, I get enough D.
Yeah, but you should supplement vitamin D, real talk.
Why? What's it do?
Because we're deficient in vitamin D in Northern Ireland.
What's
Good
that,
for your immune
sun?
system, brother. Yeah.
I go to sunbeds. Electric Sun,
You
Gilman
don't?
Herc, check it out.
You don't go to
You
sun?
do?
You don't?
I do.
How often?
Well, I went.
Oh, well, such a lie, because
Oh.
there was 12 words before you said a
yeah,
thing.
but I used to go to sunbeds. I haven't been probably in
Do
5
you know
6
what your
years.
tail is?
How?
A big sniff. I got a sunbiz.
Yeah, I like to be tanned. I'm a tan guy.
Yeah. Not right now.
No, I'm actually quite opaque.
Yeah.
You know what makes me fucking sad about this podcast? It's we record on Monday night, and then when it's finished, I go home and I have to go to bed.
Yeah. Why
Shit.
does that make sad?
Because I want to do more on my night. Stuck here with you two.
I'm gonna go to sunbed this week because
Why?
skin isn't great. Apparently, it's good for it.
What's wrong with your skin?
I've got like dry scalp.
Well, that's not a problem,
No.
is it? You know what? I think this is important. What hair conditioner and shampoo do you use?
I just use Head and Shoulders, but
Yeah.
I'm using T-gel now, like some sort of child.
Yeah.
It smells.
I
You
started
know the one
using-
T-gel? It's like copper look to it. It's a see-through bottle, Neutrogena. And if people have like flaky scalp, whatever, they use that.
I've started using John Frieda.
That's luxurious. That's a little bit of that's a little bit of luxury for Papa Bear.
Because Catherine went to me, she goes, this Tresemme gives me a bit of a dry scalp on it. And Catherine, you know her hair is her thing, like.
Yep.
And she's like, stop buying Tresemme, it's shit. And I went, well, what other? And she goes, just get something else. So I just went and bought Dearest.
John Frieda. How much are we
John
shopping for a
Frieda.
bottle?
£8. Yeah.
Why are German shampoos all the rage? It's
No.
a number one German shampoo.
I tell you,
Alpecin.
because Alpecine's supposed to make your hair grow back, but hey, I've used Alpecine, doesn't fucking work. You know what the problem with it is? It's like a tingle in it, so you put it in your head, and once you have it on, it tingles. But then, when you wash it out, your hair's all cracked and broken. It's like it just doesn't work.
What shampoo you use, Ben?
Like a herbal essence one.
Herbal Essence? Oh, yeah.
But look at that guy. I've never seen a man with thicker hair.
Do you remember the ad for Herbal Essence? Used to have the woman in the
Orgasm?
rainforest, and she was making the orgasm sound. And if you were watching TV in your room at like 10 o'clock and
Yeah.
it came on, you'd be like, it's just an ad. Oh.
Yeah, but what was weird, whenever I used to do the opposite ad, I used to shout out, it's just an ad. But then if you're listening, she used to be like, put your big fucking cock in my mouth, you dirty big bastard. I watch, those calls where people are ringing and all. Do you ever see those? Like girls are on the beds and they're answering phones and all.
Yes, Babe Station.
What?
Babe Station.
That's not what it's called.
What is it?
I don't know. Just these girls on beds and stuff.
Okay. You need questions from. You need to give us questions from.
Oh, do you now? Hey, you fucking. So, how'd the podcast go last week with Buttlord?
It was good apart from my fucking slam touch off.
Yeah, Ben told me
my
they got
jeans.
6 listens last week.
6? That's
Daniel
brilliant.
Houston. Do you want to guess what he's asked?
Yes, I want to know if he's asked if we've listened to the Dolecast. Yeah, no, just no.
They said if money told Papa Bear to rob a bank, how would they do it?
See, no, do you know what?
Yeah.
Daniel is Daniel's son out of Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Because he didn't have the right fight game. He kept asking the same question, and I said, hey, give us some better questions. And what he's done is gone away and come back and see that question. It's exactly what I'm talking about. That is exactly what I want. You answer first.
Oh, speaking of which, I saw there's this whole thing. You know how people kick off about flags and stuff? Apparently they want for the Olympics in Japan, want to get rid of the emperor flag. You know why there's a Japanese flag which is just white with a big red circle on it? You know, the one with the red lines coming from it? Apparently that's akin to the swastika nowadays. And it's really offensive, so they don't want that waving at the Olympics. But I've just figured out, hasn't Mickey got that just tattooed in his arm? Last week or something. So
and he has a swastika on his bum.
Yeah, so he's got a swastika on his bum.
And he hangs that out every night for the devil to come and
But when he pulls his ass open, it's a full swastika, and then he spins round. It's really weird.
So to answer the bank robbing question.
If I was to rob a bank, I would try and do it subtly. I would send you in to try and be the distractor, but you wouldn't do a good job, and then I just have to end up fucking...
Can I tell you something on the podcast? Mm-hmm. I've robbed a bank before.
Yeah, where? You didn't wear that jumper on it though, did you?
Remember the whole Passat thing?
Yeah. So now you've rid of it. You can still get arrested by just...
Can't. What's it called? It's expired. Yeah.
The warrant?
Yeah, it's been
for your arrest?
No. If you can admit to a crime historically after it, and that was about 2 months ago, so I should be okay now, I can say it.
Double jeopardy is what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
What's the score?
2-0. Super.
Right, okay. You looked there as if Portsmouth have equalised.
No, just there's a PlayStation right there.
All right, okay.
Making your mission.
No, I was only joking actually about that.
Okay, not sweet.
But
this next question, I don't know whether we should read it out in the podcast. I don't know.
Let me see it.
I'll read some of it.
Let me see it. No. Ask it.
Okay.
Ask it, man.
This is from a guy called Daniel Hughes. Do you know him? I don't.
I do not, but I will definitely be looking at him after
Come
this.
day, Chicos. With the coronavirus spreading rapidly throughout Europe and the millions of pounds being wiped in the global stock markets, what I really want to know is why was Belfast Blues so shit?
Well, firstly, let me come out. Let me be the big man and
Gay?
open that again. No. Let me open that.
This is
Let me
a
open that.
major announcement. Let me just...
If you can open that again, and I would like you to do me a favour and click on Daniel's profile.
Yeah.
And if you could just pass me your phone. I promise I won't do anything.
That's fine. I don't trust you anyway.
Because I'm going to assume that somebody throwing bricks lives in a house made of stone. And I actually do vaguely know Daniel. And it's just weird that he would say that. when that's his hair.
I mean, his hair is definitely a bit weird, but he does look a bit like you.
No, he doesn't.
He does a wee bit.
He doesn't. Yeah, I used to play football with Daniel. I mean, it's entirely open to interpretation. Yes, clearly looks like an elderly Austrian guy. But what I would say is this: like anything, some people are going to think it's good. Some people are going to think it's indifferent. Some people are going to think it's shit.
Speaking of things that are good, different, and shit, we put up again The Man Was Nearly There sketch, the best sketch ever we've ever done.
Sketch.
Yeah, that's undeniably brilliant.
And I'd say this, Daniel, what are you doing with your life? What are you doing?
Well, I mean, I'm just going to look at Daniel's page here, and it looks like Daniel... I mean, he looks like he certainly... goes to meet in Belfast to a lot of cool dudes.
Look, I'm putting myself out there. If you want to shoot me down, you can do it. But
Daniel looks like he might be a physio or something.
I don't know.
He looks like he spends a lot of time with guys.
Yeah.
But
it's all good.
Maybe he just didn't enjoy it.
He obviously didn't, but hey, what do we say now? It's 2020. Be kind. And he's been
abusive,
nasty.
Are you
abusive?
Are you
hurtful?
Are you saying that his words may?
No.
make you do something
no.
silly, or
No.
because I mean, as your friend, I just want to say, here, fuckers, listen to this. They're right. Fucking 2020. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Remember that? Fucking quote me on that.
Why?
Because remember, that used to happen when you were a kid. You'd go home to your dad and be like, "Oh, he called me a bald, fat, gap-toothed wanker with a beard," and then they'd be like, "It's weird that you're an 8-year-old."
But you're right, because it's only words.
Yeah.
Like, it's not physically going to hurt. Like, just like it's not going to physically hurt if I say he's really ugly and he has a weird face. It's not going to hurt him.
But my point being is that we're all so affected by stuff now. Now, we have obviously spoken at length in this podcast before about certain serious topics, but at the same time too, we need to also not let stupid people's words affect you too. Like, see, a lot.
Daniel isn't stupid though.
No,
let me say
I'm
that.
not saying
Let me
for
say
Daniel.
that.
I'm not saying for Daniel. I like Daniel. I enjoyed what he said. It was funny, and you took it well. Because sometimes, you might have said really hurtful things about him. But I think,
Oh, if I saw him physically, I would maul him and scratch his eyes out like a cat at turning on his pensioner owner, and then I would eat his face off. And he has a big stupid thing with him is he actually has one of those faces where, I don't mean this in an offensive way, but when he smiles, he looks a lot worse. Like he has he doesn't look like he has enough skin for his face, So like everything's stretched. So with his like Brillo pad head, and it's kind of like it's not receding, but it is far back anyway, which makes his head like he has a panoramic head. So I would like him to have more skin, but again, this is sticks and stones. It's not going to hurt him, but he could do with more. Like I have a lot of face skin, so I would like to give Daniel some because that would be kind.
I feel like you wouldn't give him skin after what he said about you.
No, I would like to.
Okay, well maybe that's something we could do in the podcast.
Did someone say new feature
like face
amateur
off?
surgery? Yeah. Where we get listeners in to perform surgical procedures.
I do feel like you'd be the kind of guy I'd be like, oh, I have this bit of stretchy skin. Could I just cut this with a pair of scissors? And then you would get one nick and it'd be so sore. You'd be all bleeding and all. It'd be, horrible.
Yeah, but Daniel, it's all love. It's all love.
But
and honestly, if you're Bupa with your private healthcare, ask them if they can get more skin put into your face, because it's very stretched. And just maybe don't smile as much because your mouth.
Do you think that if he smiles, his skin might crack?
What do you mean? No, he always is smile. Yeah.
Do you think he's like a wee bit like a scab? Like if he smiles, it'll crack and then it'll like puzzle get out of it?
It's just and he would have a very thin neck, and he has quite a lot. Like he doesn't have a big head, but he has a big face. Like below the cheeks, he's very, like inflated. I don't know. I think he looks good.
I mean,
and hey, I didn't take it badly. He can say what he likes, but he looks like a peanut.
I mean,
but sticks and stones.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you know what I mean about the shape of the face.
Probably all you've said's fair.
I think his eyes are too big. So if he got more skin put in his cheeks, and an eye reduction. I think
what you're saying is his features are too big for his wee peanut head.
Yeah, and the hair has become so straight.
Yeah.
The forehead has tried to like join the rest of his face, but that has come to the detriment of his hair, which you can. You know what you could do with his head? When you have like pots and there's burnt on stuff. If you were stuck, you could, and you didn't have Brillo pad. What you could do is wet his head a bit and just turn him upside down and sort of like shake him, and you could grab on his neck because as I say, it's very thin. It's a very thin neck for someone who has such a wide face, so I'd say you could do that easily.
All right, okay.
But you'd be better using a traditional Brillo pad if you can.
Matt Mernon has said, between the Sly Guy and Boytown of late, we've heard classic songs from either side of the political divide, covered in various genres. Can we hear a few more? Maybe Pet Shop Billy Boys. We are the Pet Shop Billy Boys. Do that. Hello.
You'll have to refresh me with the words.
Of the Billy Boys? Yeah, well, you fucking sing it all the time. Like, you need to be told. Like, you do that way.
Start my morning with it.
Hello.
I know the tune, I don't know the words.
It's hello, hello, we are the Billy Boys. Hello, hello, we are the Billy Boys. That's all you need to do. But then you have to add a Pet Shop Billy Boys in there.
Hello, hello, we are the Pet Shop Billy Boys.
Yeah, I can't even remember what sectarianism I was doing yesterday in that podcast.
You just a little like light sectarian. Is there anything wrong with light sectarianism?
I don't know. It was a type of somebody singing paramilitary songs, but it's great.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's probably just one of those ones you had to be there for, you know, but it was.
See, I think
it was nice.
I almost think light
Nice.
sectarianism is worse. I like people who are like, no, this is me. You know, either
Yeah.
side. I think when you make that commitment, that's sort of like more respected.
Yeah.
Like, I actually think I could have a good night down in the Con Club on the Newton Ards Road, and I think I could have a good night in the Felons. But I think the like somewhere that's a wee bit in between, I think that's a bit lame. You know?
Mm-hmm.
What else you got there?
Hello, boys. It's the villain again, Killing Cahill.
Oh, no.
This week's question is inspired by one of Boytown's greatest characters, in my humble opinion.
Okay.
I forgot about this character, but he's great. DJ Richard System. What I want to know is, where is DJ playing at all the major Brighton clubs? What would your go-to crack be to make the clubbers come? I think it means what would the best.
So can you fill me in a bit more on DJ Richard System? I remember.
Did you not have to be
was a
DJ
phone
Richard
call?
System on a phone
Was
call?
that at Strand Cinema? No, that was Masterlight.
No, I think Richard System was at Limelight.
Limelight. DJ Richard System. The only thing I remember about having to do that was DJ Richard System said DJ Richard System 30 times in the phone
Yeah.
call.
I mean, that's another idea we could do. We could put characters into the bin and then just pull them out so Richard System makes a phone
DJ Richard System.
call. Like,
Imagine Masterlight with a voice changer.
yeah.
I'm Masterlight.
Oh, what would a show of DJ Richard System featuring
Collab
the,
show?
the light show of Masterlight?
Oh my god. Do you know what's so annoying, right? Do you know what's so annoying? I think this year doing like a couple of waterfronts on a tour is me like maxed out. But I think if I put on a show as Masterlight, I could sell out Windsor Park. That annoys me so much.
But I mean, what would the poster be like? You like this, with
Yeah.
just with the lights coming behind you.
Yeah.
We actually, when we met Ross Merchman from
It's his real name, actually.
Ross the Merchman, he did suggest, he was like, would you do some more kind of like bespoke pieces? And he did suggest a Masterlight t-shirt, which I mean, if that's something you people would want, like I could just see like just a guy silhouette with lights and Masterlight. I'd wear it. It's fucking
Yeah, I think that'd be good.
yeah. So that's something we could do.
We got to do the Make Boytown great hats.
yeah, a Masterlight, and we're getting lanyards too because said the actress to the bishop because it's Boytown.
You got any more questions?
Yeah, I think we do. Ben, what are we like for time, you little dick?
Just under an hour 15.
Oh shit!
Oh, fuck.
Get me home. Get me. That's it.
Get you home, get you bucked.
No, I just go home and have a ham shank tonight, mate.
What time is it? Should I go and do Pavilion? Should I
No, you shouldn't do Pavilion. You did it last week. You're above it.
try? No, I'm not.
Yeah, stop turning up the gigs you don't need to turn up to.
Hey,
Sorry, Luke. Disrespectful.
hey,
Don't do it. You're better than that.
Hey.
What?
you go to the gym.
No, don't.
You do your reps.
Yeah.
You used to.
Yeah.
You do your reps.
But man, all I'm saying is, do you need to do that, or could you just go home to your wife
I absolutely
on a
could.
Monday night, having been out
But
all
on
day?
the way home, I could do a gig that was really fun the last time I did it.
Yeah, but you had a bad one on Saturday. You're gonna have a bad one tonight.
I had a bad one on Saturday because
Yeah.
the room holds 20 people. As I started my set,
Huh?
the bar person was taking orders in front of my
Yeah.
face,
Well,
facing me.
Sorry,
and blocking
sorry. How
my
many
leads.
people does the room hold?
25.
Yeah, I did it at 15 in that room. Had a great time.
Shit. I had a real
Don't
bad
worry.
one.
I feel like we should talk about what happens when you have a bad gig, where you go straight away afterwards. It's a funny, like, little, like, anxiety quirk you have.
Yeah, because it's
You run, you dive out windows, arms by your side, third floor to get out. You take the quickest route to get out. You're like water.
I
through
do.
a
I
leak.
like to leave if I have a bad gig. In fact, if I don't need to be there, if I've had a good gig, I also like kind of get offside. Here's why I leave if I have a bad gig, because to me there is nothing worse, and I totally like the way people do it, but it makes me hate myself when after the gig, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and people go, "Hey man, that was a great set," and you know it wasn't. it's so nice of people to say that, but you know it wasn't a good gig. And Paddy McGackie, the nicest man in comedy, was like, great stuff, man, great set. And I was like, I just said, no, it wasn't. And then I sat in Aaron Butler's car for the rest of the night.
Oh no, I have something to tell you, but I can't say it on the podcast.
Okay, well, tell me after, because we've got to wrap up anyway.
Guys, listen, we don't do enough of this shit because we're two fucking twats, right? So, guys, please rate and review the podcast. We need Boytown to be great again. We need it to be where it deserves to be. If you want to see more from us, we need some more from you.
Oh.
Rate and review the podcast. Share the podcast. Why do we never fucking see Boytown on anyone's Instagram stories? Why do we never see it on your tweets? If you enjoy listening, make us feel good. We're two egomaniacal freaks. We need to know we're doing well.
Stop leaning back. Honestly, you're going to go through the wall.
This is my chair.
It's a stud wall. You're going to go through it.
My chair, and this is my table.
Yeah, guys, we appreciate it. If you want to see the video version as well, it's on YouTube.
I don't appreciate them.
I do.
Make me appreciate you more. Do more for me. And then we'll make boy great again.
That's all, folks. See you next week.
Oh.